Alright guys, so the question is, and you see it all the time, what load board do I get on? Alright, I did a video talking about load boards in general, but this question here is different than giving you the different load boards. Asking what load board should you get on that's a question that's dependent on what is your business plan. What is it that you are trying to accomplish out here? Are you just out here, you're just wanting to be a one-man band and you're wanting to drive in a van and just haul freight and kind of see the sights a little bit and just, make a few dollars? Because if that's the case, then you should sign on with somebody. You should sign on with a carrier. You do not need your own authority. You don't need an MC number. You don't need a DOT number. You don't need a LLC. You don't need EIN. You don't need anything besides you and a valid driver's license to get a van and get on with the carrier and have them dispatch the loads to you, and you just go accordingly. Now, that goes along with the same thing as far as if you have no experience in this industry and you are like just chomping at the bit to get out here on the road and you don't have no patience and you're being impatient and don't want to go through the time and effort of thorough research to know if you want to go take which step you want to take next, I highly advise that you go and get on with a fleet owner, drive for a fleet owner for a little bit under a carrier, kind of get the feel of the whole industry and kind of understand what's going on. From what I see with these questions, what I'm seeing most of the time is that most of these people that are asking about a load board, about my operating authority, about my van, like, I want to get a van, I want to get my operating authority, I want to get a load board. How do I do these things? The majority of those have little to no experience in this industry. So they're not really sure what to do. They're seeing a video somewhere, or they seen a post, or a driver stopped in and delivered some goods at a place that they work, or something like that happened, and they got told that there's a bunch of money to be made. So whichever person they talk to, whether it be the person with their authority running freight, whether it be the person driving for a fleet owner running freight, whether it's the person with their own van running freight, whether it's the person that's got a direct contact running freight, whoever they came in contact with and heard about expediting or making money in a van, let's make it general, they obviously have little to no experience other than that, and they think that that is the route, that is like the first step. Since that is the only thing they know about it, they think that that is the first step that they must take to get into this industry. And that's completely flawed. That's why a lot of people have so many problems and, get into financial situations or have problems finding a load. Because say you're the person that you heard about, making money in a van, the person owned their van. They just told you, yeah, man, I'm out here making 5 G's a week, and, I'm just killing it out here, man. I'm killing, man. Best thing I ever did, man. Got me a van, and, man, just got out here hauling this freight, man, making this money. That person's like, shit, I gotta get me a van. They don't know anything about what do I do once I have a van. They truly do believe it's just going to be simple to purchase that van and start getting freight. Same thing with somebody that's wanting to get their authority. They talk to somebody that had their authority. Same thing. Oh, yeah, man, I'm booming. I got 5 vans I'm running and 2 box trucks, and, man, I've been killing it, man. I've just been killing it. And so that's the first thing they think they got to do, go get their operating authority. Then they get their operating authority, and they're like, okay, I got my operating authority, and I got a van. Where's the freight? Again, the lack of experience, they don't know what to do, before getting the van, before getting the operating authority, when you get it, and after. And that's one of the biggest problems that is going on out here with a lot of these people that are coming into the industry. They insert themselves at the point of the person that they came in contact with to even learn about this industry. So they bypass steps and they don't even know. And again, a lot of these people don't know. Other people are just thirsty and want their hand held and expect everybody to just hand everything out to them. Back to the main topic, which is about the load board. Which load board is best? Now, you need to decide where, what is your, again, I said it to begin with, what is your goal? What is your business plan? Where do you expect to be? Like for me, it's always been, to get to the point that I'm at now, and I still have further to go, and I still have a lot more that I want to accomplish, but the goal was, first, I got in the van. I found expediting. So then I drove for 10 months under a fleet owner, and I got the experience. And how I got that experience? Paid attention to where I'm going. Paid attention to where other drivers are going. Talk to other drivers. Look at other drivers' vans. Talk to them about the carriers they're with. You just talk. Again, you're going to get a lot of bullshit out there, but you're going to get some gems as well. So, you got to get that experience. Then, obviously, it was get a van. So I got a van, and I learned about doing that. Then I got another van, learned about being a fleet owner. Then, as all this is going, I'm still trying to learn how to go about getting my own authority, running on load boards, trying to make contacts, direct contacts and things like that. So that was my plan, and that's been my progression. So, you've got to have an idea of what you're doing. If you're watching this video and you're looking to get into this, again, sit down and figure out what it is you want to do. Because if you just want to be a one-man band, going and getting on any of the load boards that makes financial sense, it's pointless. Because I said in a prior video, Selectus and Full Circle, those are like the main boards with decent freight, decent rates, and all the other ones, you'll find some good loads in there. Don't get me wrong, it's not like you can't find none, but it's very hard to come by. So you're paying for a load board, you're paying for your van insurance, you're paying for all your costs to run. You're paying for factoring if you're doing that, if you don't have on-hand capital to not have to factor, or you're able to wait for the invoices to come back in and get paid without taking that 3 to 5%, 2%, whatever your factoring costs may be. So you have all of those costs that you're incurring, and you're just a one-man operation. Like we're on Selectus is one of the boards we're on, and we wouldn't be on that board if it was just me. I wouldn't be on that board. It wouldn't make sense to pay, hundreds of dollars a month for that. That's that much more. That's another load or two I got to do just to pay for that. And for one, it's harder to get on. There are some. Again, you're supposed to have 5 units to get on there. So having one van, you're a one-man van, you're not going to get on there anyhow. But there's a lot of costs and a lot of hassle with dealing with that stuff. And again, as a one-man operation, you get on a load board, guess what happens when you get unloaded? You have to keep your face in that load board. Like, you don't get much free time. Unless you're just able to just not give a shit when you get the next load, you are constantly going to be with your face in that load board if you are by yourself trying to do this. Because freight's got to be booked. When you're driving on a load, it's going to be difficult for you to try looking at the load board while you're driving to try and book pre-book yourself. So there's just a lot that goes into, what load board is the best, because, now if you're a one-man operation and, you're running some local stuff, again, it's a matter of whether you're doing local, you're doing over the road. There is so much to this. There's so much information you need to find, and I can't sit here in a video and nobody else in their videos can tell you this is exactly what you need to do. Now, if you have one clear question, of course, we can answer one question at a time, but like with the load board question, to answer it, it's very difficult because I don't know what your business plan is. I don't know what your goal is. Obviously, everybody's goal is make money, of course, duh. We all know we're out here to try and make money, but what kind of work are you trying to put in to get that money? What is your plans in the long run? As I said, I want to try and build something that's sustainable, that I can leave behind when I'm gone, that's still here. So that is my goal. I'm not in this just to provide for the time being and then, I'm just going to keel over one day and then it's all done. Like, that's not the plan. So, what is your plan? That's how you're going to answer, or that's how, the question is going to be answered as far as what load board should you get on, which one's best. Because, some of the cheaper load boards that don't have, real great pay and rate and has a lot of competition, that may be a good board for you to have just as something in your back pocket, sort of like having a pocket knife in your pocket with a little screwdriver and corkscrew and all that other shit in there. It's a good tool to have, but that's not something you're going to want to be dependent on your plan, your business plan. So, all right. I think I covered what I wanted to cover. Like I said, I've seen the question, and I kind of want to just give my 2 cents worth real quick. I'm still headed towards Brownsville, Texas. I'll be there tonight. So, everybody be safe, man. I'll holler at you later.